this is MeiYu, and today I'll be doing part 2 of my new art challenge series where I reimagine a famous art masterpiece in another art style, since many of you have been asking for more in my previous video. And also thank you all so much for your suggestions and comments. I'll be doing more episodes in the future, and today I like to reimagine the girl with a pearl earring in another art style. Since some of you have been asking for anime styles, and I am a huge fan of Miyazaki, I think I'm going to reimagine this famous Western art piece in a famous Eastern art style. Thank you to all of you who have been suggesting this painting to be done, and I do think that the girl with the pearl earring is a very interesting piece. I love her expression and the way that she's turned her head just slightly and she's looking at the viewer. So I think this is a very interesting piece to translate into another completely different looking art style, and I just wonder how I'm going to incorporate the elements of the Miyazaki art style into this design. For the inking stage, I tried to keep my pressure on my brush pen like kind of even and not too heavy, so I held it quite lightly because I wanted the line width, like the line art, to look quite thin and not too varied. I felt that technique helped me achieve the look of the Miyazaki style better. One of the things I really love about the girl with the pearl earring is how the fabric is handled in the painting. Like, you can really feel the texture of the fabric as it wraps around her. And I also really like how dramatic and detailed the fabric is painted, like especially, you know, the brush strokes makes the texture and the edges like just so realistic and dramatic. However, I also had to think about summarizing a lot of the clothing details and just to kind of get like the main part of the fabric in my piece, because, you know, in the Miyazaki style, I'm used to seeing the characters with their clothes like it's just so like subtle. Like the clothing detail is, there's not a lot of details in their clothes. It's more summarized, more simplified, and I get this feeling, you know, like the characters' clothes, they tend to be very like light and billowy. You know, it's a very soft and rounded look. It's not too dramatic. So I wanted to keep my lines kind of soft looking, the edges were rounder and not too harsh looking, and the wrinkles and folds themselves were really minimized. Something I had to consider when I was designing the girl's face and her eyes was, you know, how should I draw the eyes? Like, when I think about Miyazaki's style, I think about Kiki or Arrietty like right away, like instantaneously. And, you know, the eyes that they have. So I was thinking about the shapes of those eyes. But I was also thinking, you know, there are other Miyazaki characters whose eyes are a little bit different in the shape, like Princess Mononoke, for example, or, you know, Chihiro from Spirited Away. Like, those eye shapes are quite different from Kiki's. So I was thinking, you know, what should I do here? But, you know, after some thought, I decided to draw the eyes like this because to me, it's the most familiar when it comes to Miyazaki's style, and probably because maybe Kiki's Delivery Service is my favorite film, or one of my favorite films from him. I also like Princess Mononoke and Howl's Moving Castle. Oh, there's so many. If you're a fan of Miyazaki, please let me know which films you like from him the most. In the beginning, I was debating with myself whether I should ink her eyebrows with either my dark brush pen or my light colored brush pen, because in the original painting, the girl, like, as far as I can tell, her eyebrows are very, very, very light. So I was kind of thinking, you know, should I make the eyebrows a little bit more prominent in my design, or should I just kind of follow the original's complexion more? So I was thinking about that, but eventually I decided with the light colored brush pen for the eyebrows. As for the color choices of this piece, I knew it would be quite different from the first video I did in this series where I reimagined the Mona Lisa in the Tim Burton style. In case you haven't watched that video yet, go check it out so you know what I mean. But yeah, for Miyazaki, like, I think one of the big reasons why I love his films so much, like at least on a visual level, is, you know, just how bright and vibrant the colors are. Like, for the character designs and the backgrounds and the scenery, it's just it's so vibrant and so beautiful, and it's quite bright. Most of the time, of course, sometimes it's not like that. But I was thinking about the colors for my piece that I'm doing, and I did want to use slightly brighter colors for my artwork, but I also didn't want to go too bright because I do like that dramatic look of the original painting. Oh, by the way, I just had to include those little cute little blushy cheeks just right by the eyes. I do think it's nice to have a little pop of warmth on the skin just to, you know, cozy things up a bit in the face. I actually haven't done anything in the Miyazaki style or fandom in a while now since I did these other videos in the past. If you want some nostalgia, or if you are new to my channel, you can check out these videos that I did, and I hope you enjoy my other art challenges. Already, I'm getting a really nice feeling from this girl as she's looking back at you, so I feel like she, you know, in my design, I feel the girl has like this warmth to her, and she's very inviting, but the way she's turned and she's looking back at you, there's a sense of mystery as well. Like, you kind of wonder who she is, and you kind of want to, you know, get to know her a bit better, which I feel gives this piece another layer of meaning. Another thing I wanted to simplify was the shading and how detailed the shading was. Like, for Miyazaki characters, they tend to have like very simplistic shading on their faces and their clothing. Like, I've noticed they don't tend to have a lot of like shadows or layers of shade on them. And the girl with the pearl earring, it has a lot of complex shading and shadows and, you know, lots of stuff going on. So I thought I needed to simplify that complexity in my piece. But I also didn't want to go overboard and have like something too simplified. I wanted something to look like it could belong with my actual drawing I did, and to just still have the shading look natural and organic. I'm very happy many of you are getting my new Draw Quick and Easy Anime Manga Eyes ebook and paperback. It's still the #1 new release in its category on Amazon for the past 3 weeks, so I'm super happy that many of you are learning from this book. You can read the ebook for free if you have Kindle Unlimited. The ebook and paperbacks are also available for purchase. You'll learn 10 bite-sized art lessons on how to draw different eyes for different characters, starting with just simple lines, step by step. It's an essential book for anyone wanting to improve their art and their character design. You'll find over 70 books on my MeiYu bookstore on Amazon, the link's in the video description, and you'll learn how to draw all kinds of basics, hands, faces, hairstyles, and anime characters. If you love coloring and relaxing creatively, I've also made a whole variety of fan-favorite coloring books. Now you can color in my line art however you like. Thanks to all of you who are posting photos of your beautiful coloring work you did in my different coloring books on Instagram with the hashtag MeiYuArt. I'll be collecting another group of fan creations to show in a future video. As I was shading the fabric, I tried to make the edges of the shaded layer more detailed with these soft rises and falls on the edge, so that way it will help create like a thick layered feeling of the fabric, since I didn't want to actually draw too many lines in the fabric. I felt this way it conveyed the feeling of lots of thick textured fabric in a simplified way. So somehow I always find shading faces a lot of fun because I can get the contour of the face with just the edge of the shading layer to make it look more round. I don't know, just something about drawing on the cheek and on the side of the face that is a lot of fun for me. Alright, the pearl earring. I try to use different shades of grays and silvers to get that shiny effect. You know, there's something very soothing and calming whenever I think about Miyazaki's films. I don't know, I think it's just because of the nostalgic factor. I used to watch a lot of those films when I was growing up, and even now I always go back and rewatch my favorites. It's just a, really nice, secure feeling that I have whenever I step into those worlds. Let me know what the Miyazaki films mean to you in the comments, and I'm also curious of what other anime or movies you're into. For the background, I didn't want to color the entire area just like this one solid black color. I wanted to have some layers in there because I wanted to get this sense of depth and texture in the background. In the original painting, I really love how, in the back, you can see some parts of the background has these darker shifts of the dark colors, and some have a little bit of a lightness to it, so it has this texture in the back. And so I wanted to kind of do something similar to my piece, and so that's why I'm layering different colors, different dark colors on top of each other, so that I can create a sense of texture and depth in the back. I thought to start with a lighter gray as an underlayer of the colors, and then I was adding more and more darker grays and shades on top of that. And then as I was going, I was really mindful of the direction of my marker strokes. That was a really nice way to get texture in there as well, so I wanted to utilize the strokes in such a way so that it looked natural, and that the strokes themselves, the direction didn't clash with each other, but it could create or help create a sense of depth in the background as well. And then after I had a bunch of layers, I was trying to blend them and shade them in so that it all kind of blended more, and it was working together. I love how she just jumps out at you from the dark background. It's so striking. So what do you think of the girl with the pearl earring in the Miyazaki style? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and also what other masterpieces and art styles would you like to see in future episodes. I'm definitely going to continue the series as many of you told me, and I will try to do the ones I can. Thanks for all of your encouragement and support, and with all your likes and comments in my videos. It really encourages me to keep going, and it's also great for the channel, so thank you all for that. And subscribe in case you haven't already. Turn on the bell notifications so you won't miss my future videos. Okay, now let's have a comparison with the original painting and my reimagining. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Because many of you have asked for canvas prints and merchandise in my previous video, I've made today's and last week's designs available for you to own on my merch store. You can get canvas prints of various sizes for your walls, along with apparel and cool stuff for summer like drinkware, beach towels, and tank tops, accessories, and other things for your home and wardrobe. I just learned that there's a 10% discount on my merch store until 11:59 p.m. PST on Monday, July 5th. Get the sale code on my store banner and enter it at checkout to receive your 10% off. Link is in the video description. I've ordered my canvas prints already and I can't wait to get them. Happy shopping! There are now over 70 books on the MeiYu bookstore on Amazon, all in one convenient place. The link is in the video description. See you next week. I've got another Fun Friday video. Till next time.